There's a street on the northwest side of the city of Rochester that's blossoming right now, literally. I'm talking about Smith Street in the JOSANA neighborhood. It's an area that's been devastated by the effects of drugs, crime, and poverty, resulting in vacant homes and lots sprinkled throughout the area. But remember, I said Smith Street is blossoming right now. That's in part because of the efforts of Green Visions. It's a program with multiple purposes, but mainly to employ at-risk youth and to install gardens on abandoned lots. To learn all about Green Visions, I'm joined by the group's director, Morgan Berry, site manager for Green Visions, Tiani Jennings, and crew member and videographer for the group, Kari Thompson. And it's great to have all of you here. So there's two parts to this program. It's the phytoremediation effort and the workforce development. So first, tell me about phytoremediation. I didn't even say it right that last time. And how is it connected with your work with Green Visions?
Phytoremediation is it's a process where you use flowers to take pollutants out the lot, and we have 2-3 vacant lots, and we planted flowers there, and the goal is for the flowers to suck up some of the toxins out the soil so that we can potentially one day grow fruits and vegetables there.
Kari Thompson, Tiani Jennings, and Morgan Berry, thank you so much for joining me today. And you can't
Green Visions 2014 is an improved version of what we did in 2013. We started out with 8 girls. We doubled in size in terms of the number of people that we employ and the number of lots that we work on. We bolstered what we already had. In the course of a year, we've really grown.
Good morning, Mr. Thompson. Good. Halima, let me see you shake his hand and say good morning. Good.
Lauren Caples came in over the first week of the program and provided job readiness training and really pulled the team together from the beginning.
Mr. Campbell, good. And good morning, Dr. Murray. See how Mr. Murray could just turn it on?
And had people thinking about, okay, it's not just you got to come to work every day on time. It's realizing and understanding that it's also about, when you're there, how you act. And I think what Lauren was also able to provide was really some team building, because we got to spend an entire week together talking about work issues, talking about obstacles that present themselves to this age group. And we really got a chance to get to know each other before we started working together. I think that really paid off. In the program, there was a assistant program manager position open, and I didn't really see anybody else who would be better for that job. I couldn't envision anybody else in that job than Tiani.
Pink and white. Just give us the white ones.
I just grabbed 2 white ones.
I'm sorry, but
Tiani and I are working 6-7 days a week. She's just full support. Wherever I need her to be, she's there.
This year I'm returning as a site manager, where I'm responsible for the payroll, where I'm responsible for deliveries, arranging meetings, attending meetings. It really requires a lot more this year than it did last year.
I got an email about a job posting at Genesee Land Trust, working with Summer of Opportunity kids, and it was perfect for Tiani. Put in a recommendation for her, had a couple people make phone calls on her behalf. They hired her within a week.
Well, because of this year's program, I've been given more opportunities, like the opportunity to work with Genesee Land Trust. I'm working with about 10 young adults in the program. We toured about 3 different colleges now, so I'm definitely learning a lot from both programs. I never knew people got paid to test air quality. Like, that's so cool, and it's so simple.
Weeding, watering, clipping, making bouquets.
takes a lot of hard work and dedication to do what you do.
From the very beginning, It was obvious that Kari is a talented guy. He's a great team member, but he let me know early on that he had an interest in making videos. As soon as he said that that was something that he was interested in, I opened up that opportunity to him because I thought that would be a great layer to add to the program, to be able to communicate with our social media following, to be able to create our own visuals. And then when the first video went up on Facebook, it was awesome.
Today, we're doing compost. Compost came from Batavia Turf. They donated 15 tons and 50 cubic yards of mulch. Compost is basically organic material like trees.
If I were at Green Visions, I would probably have been in a really crappy restaurant job or trying to figure out how to work for myself and not being able to do it the way I wanted to. Yeah, I don't see employment being the easiest thing to come by. You know, if it weren't for this program and the opportunity it afforded me. It's a work development program. It's only for 6 months or so, but it's something that was going to give me those skills and that ability to be able to do things in the future. Even being around my boss, Morgan Berry, and hearing how he plans out, you know, the gardens and how he does the production cycles and, you know, figures out all the logistics of what we're doing. Those skills also have been kind of invaluable to me, I think, personally. This program has very thankfully led me to going back to school. I'm currently in MCC and I'm doing visual communications, radio and television, and that's explicitly because of this program.
Ariel, I interviewed him at Charles Settlement House, and he came in from day one, ready to work. And it was pretty apparent that he was just ready to keep the momentum going, and an opportunity opened up. A guy came through and said, did I have anybody on my staff that I would recommend? Part-time, working with kids, Summer of Opportunity program over at the Rhino Stadium. And 100% I did, yeah, absolutely. It was Ariel. And he took on a leadership role working with kids that are only really separated in age by 5, 6 years. The best way to learn things is to teach somebody else sometimes, and I think he really benefited from being a mentor.
I'm a supervisor. I supervise 14 to 15-year-old teenagers. Me and the kids are around the same age. I could identify stuff that they've been through. When they come work with me, they look up to me as like I'm their brother because we all been through the same stuff.
It's important to provide the most well-rounded program that we can and to be diverse and to offer a wide range of trainings, because what we're also training the kids is how to look for a job. This year we had OSHA provide that training. We had the city of Rochester provide lead safe practices, construction safe practices. What we want as a work development program is positive results.
I hope Green Visions make my resume look more like myself.
It opened a lot of doors for me. That's what I like about Green Vision.
What the narrative that gets written a lot is that we're working with an age group, 18 to 21, and they started with nothing, they don't know anything, and they're not ready to work. What we learned is that they're very ready to work, and they actually brought a certain level of professionalism from the very beginning.
They take us around people, professional people that actually have their own businesses. They tell us what they expect, and that basically gives us a head start or a boost.
I think it will help me get a better job if I put in the effort and try to.
Basically, it just showed me like, if you put your hard work in, you'll get something out of it.
Yeah, it showed me a lot. Hopefully, I'll probably do my own landscape building in the future.
To work with them on a daily basis is great because you see they have these great qualities, like they're creative and they're smart and they're funny, and the things that you look for in a friend and in an employee.
What I hope this program would do for me is to help me change, basically. I want to change stuff, and we change the community with the lots.
Green Visions is actually helping me grow because it kind of helped me get through school and really helped me make sure everything was back in place
It's an opportunity that I am very happy people take advantage of, and people do take advantage of it. It's a springboard, a stepping stone, springboard, however you want to say it. It's cliche, but that's what we would hope it would be when we started, and that's what we're turning out to be.
That's my favorite part. See stuff grow.